Come see us on tour in Los Angeles, Honolulu, Dallas, Texas, Baltimore, Atlantic City, Cohoes, New York, and Providence, Rhode Island. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets, and only there. I just want to show you this story. This is in keeping with our last two stories where Elon Musk is now censoring Laura Loomer because she's pushing back against him, and they have no problem with this idea that they're for certain free speech, not all free speech. And they will gladly censor you at the behest of Israel. And now, here they're doing it at the University of Michigan. So, breaking, the judicial branch of the University of Michigan student government has found its anti-Israel president and vice president guilty of dereliction of duty. You don't say.
The duty to be pro-Israel?
That's right. They are removed from office with immediate effect and barred from holding CSG office in the future. Well, it's like what they tried to do to Trump and what they did to Bolsonaro. They made it them illegal, and you can never run again. And they're doing it because they're so. This is the kind of censorship that people like Elon and Trump are okay with. I don't think MAGA's okay with this, because when I was at Rescue the Republic, that rally they had in Washington, D.C., I was the only one who spoke out and told them, if you're free speech, that means you have to be for the free speech of Palestinian protesters, because if they can take it away from them, they can take it away from you when you say something they don't like they already did during COVID and during Russiagate. And so and a lot of people in the crowd cheered. In fact, I can't believe I didn't go interview people, but Russell Dobler did from Due Dissidence. He went and interviewed MAGA people, and they had signs saying MAGA for Palestinians. So They get it. They get it. The people who don't get it are the people at the top of the ticket. People like Elon, people like Trump himself, people who are willing lapdogs to the APEC. And Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu. So hopefully this will be another point of contention inside. So they did this is at the University of Michigan. They got rid of their anti-Israel president and vice president. So, and you're not going to hear Ben Shapiro screaming about this. Hey, I don't agree with them, but we have to stand up for their right to be wrong. They're not going to say that. Barry Weiss is not going to say that.
She's been against that for years. For years, she's tried to suppress people for many years.
Is my old pal Dave Rubin going to stand up for this? I'm going to guess not. So that's the real downfall of that movement, the right, the people who could call themselves conservatives. They're not really for free speech. They're for free speech they like, which is easy. So are Democrats. Democrats are for free speech they like.
By the way, we're not talking about pornography to kids in their school. By all means, don't let the kids have pornography. We're talking about important things such as a genocide going on.
That's right.
That you have an obligation to really talk about if you know anything about it.
So here is the impeachment of Alifa Chowdhury and Elias Atkinson.
So she's Arab, so what, is she going to not talk about it?
The assembly has now exercised this power for the first time in its history. It's adopted 5. So that's it. You cross Israel, and that's it. You cross the Zionists, and that's it.
Why is there a law that says you can't boycott Israel in many states? That is crazy. First of all, how do they know if you're boycotting Israel?
The allegation, Article 1, incitement of violence. They found him not guilty. Article 2, cyber access violations and defamations by press. They found him not guilty. What was he guilty of? Dereliction of duty. Guilty. Incitement of violence by the vice president. Not guilty. They found them dereliction of duty.
Well, you know what? I'll bet you all these university fake left-wing idiots, okay? They suppressed all the, conservative or whatever. And by conservative, I mean you just didn't go along with every other stupid woke thing. And so they created these duties that you've got to suppress those people. So then when you have something important that you want to talk about, they used it on you. That's how that looks to me. They created this fake duty of suppressing other people.
That's right.
And they didn't do it one time, and now they're hoisted by their own petard.
This is the first impeachment in the history of the University of Michigan student government. Yep.
It's about time.
These are the dereliction of duty charges. You want to see what their dereliction of duty?
Yeah. I can't even read it.
I know.
Is it protecting Zionist emotions in school? I bet you it is.
It's all bullshit. Community leadership training they failed to do, stuff like that. The
stuff they're doing to Jordan Peterson about pronouns in Canada is what they're doing to them. Boy, it's the irony of everybody doing the same thing.
Look at the bottom one that says 6th, Jimmy.
6th?
Yeah.
President Childberry deliberately misled members of the assembly about matters related to CSG business by promising to meet with members subjects to harassment at the October 8th meeting and then failing to do so.
Oh, it's like technicalities.
Here it is, 7th. He has accrued 4 unexcused absences.
Oh, this is all bullshit.
This is all bullshit.
So they did on it like an Al Capone technicality.
Yes. Oh my God. They impeached for, among other things, lightweight nonsense, 4 unexcused absences. So that's what happens if you're at the University of Michigan and you don't go along with the pro-Israel's, pro-Zionist narrative. That's what they do to you. They turn you into a criminal and they bar you from ever running again. And they kick you out of office. And no one's going to be upset about this over at the Daily Wire. No, but Elon Musk is not going to be upset at this. Vivek Ramaswamy is not going to be upset at this. Trump is not going to be upset at this. They're all for this. They're all for censoring speech they don't like. They're all for canceling. Barry Weiss isn't going to be upset at this. They're all for canceling people who don't go along with what they want. This is they are the exact thing they claim to hate. The exact thing they claim to hate. Ben Shapiro, Elon Musk, Vivek, Trump, Barry Weiss. Nobody's going to be upset about this. And it's sad to see. Some of those people are very personable when you meet them. Very, very, very charming.
Tons of people have their mind-controlled little compartmentalizations where they can have cognitive dissonance and just like say a thing. I mean, really, it's the American way, let's face it, to blather one thing like an idiot, and then in the meantime, you don't believe it.
Come see us on tour in Los Angeles, Honolulu, Dallas, Texas, Baltimore, Atlantic City, Cohoes, New York, and Providence, Rhode Island. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets, and only there.